You want to build better MOCs? With good building techniques, you can achieve a lot. But that's not what you need. What you need is creativity. Today, I'll show you my best MOC yet, and more importantly, how you can build your best MOC ever. All right, let me show you what I mean. This is my best MOC yet, a Star Wars-inspired snow landscape with a hidden underground clone base. At first glance, it looks like a simple snowy place, but beneath the surface, there's an entire secret facility. I built this MOC not just to look cool, but to tell a story. And that's the key to make the best MOCs. Not just advanced techniques, but world building and creativity. A perfect replica isn't always the goal. Let's be real. Most of us don't have an unlimited brick collection. That's why the real challenge is working with what you already have. Instead of obsessing over exact details, ask yourself, how would this work in real life? An underground base isn't just walls and corridors. It needs essentials like a ventilation system. That's the kind of creativity that makes your MOC stand out. If it's not in the movies or series, does that mean it doesn't exist in Star Wars? Not at all. The galaxy is huge, full of unexplored planets and untold missions. So ask yourself, what else could have happened during the war? What new worlds and stories could you create? Too often, people just place random minifigures in their MOCs without much thought. But that's what separates a good MOC from a great one. The placement of your figures shouldn't be random. It should make sense and enhance the scene. Think about it while building. What's happening here? Who is fighting whom? Which figures actually belong in this environment? If you're building a secret clone base, the clones shouldn't just stand around aimlessly. Some should be on patrol, others at control stations, maybe even a group in a briefing room. That doesn't mean you need to plan out every detail from the start, but having a rough idea of where your minifigures will go and what role they play helps make your MOC feel more alive and realistic. Imagine your MOC as a scene from a movie. When you look at it, it should tell a story, whether it's an intense battle, a secret mission, or a moment of preparation before a big fight. The clones you see here repairing this sensor? That's actually inspired by the Bad Batch series. I specifically remembered the scene where Crosshair's on the snowy planet, and that setting immediately made me think that a sensor like this would fit perfectly in a snow base. In my mind, it made complete sense. Such a base would need a sensor to detect intruders or even wild animals. That's how the idea started. And to make the scene even more interesting, I placed the clones here, actively working on repairs. This way, the MOC doesn't just look cool, but it also connects to the Star Wars universe in a meaningful way. For the hallway, I tried to mimic the Venator-class hallways. This was actually my first time building something like this, and I found it really interesting. Unfortunately, I didn't have that many pieces, but this is definitely something I want to explore more in the future. I think this is an important topic. Many people feel like they can't build something because they don't have the perfect parts. But the reality is, even real bases get worn down over time. Not every wall or panel looks brand new, and not every piece matches perfectly. So sometimes just trying out an idea and seeing how it works is worth it. I also originally planned to build a room at the back, but I simply ran out of pieces. So in the end, it became just a hallway. But that's part of the creative process, working with what you have and adapting. Now I know that I need more of these specific pieces, and I definitely want to expand on this idea in the future, making it even bigger and better in my next MOCs. A lot of people think that to build great MOCs, you need advanced techniques or specific hard-to-find parts. But that's not true. Creativity isn't about what pieces you have, it's about how you use them. Try experimenting with what you already own. Look at your collection differently. Can a piece be used in a new way? Can you create details by combining unexpected elements? The best MOCs aren't always the most complex. They're the ones that tell a great story and make the most out of simple ideas. And that's exactly why I started this channel, to inspire others to build. I want to show that you don't need a massive collection or the rarest parts to create something amazing. You just need ideas and the willingness to experiment. So don't be afraid to just start building. Test ideas, mix colors if needed, and embrace imperfections. Every build is a step forward in developing your skills. And most importantly, have fun creating. Before we wrap things up, I want to quickly show you the minifigures I used in this MOC, for those of you who are interested. First, we have Anakin Skywalker. Unfortunately, I lost his head as a child and had to replace it with a clone head. I still think he looks really cool, and he is simply the best Jedi. And where Anakin is, R2-D2 isn't far behind. He just had to be part of this. He's simply the best astromech. Next, we have Captain Rex, one of my favorites. He's just awesome. I bought him only recently, and I don't regret it for a second. Then we have Fives, my absolute favorite clone. He's simply the best. He could have changed so much. I'm so glad that LEGO made a version of him. Let me know in the comments who your favorite clone is. On the surface, 2 scout troopers are on their patrol. They were among my first clones. And finally, we have regular white clones. I've given each of them their own tasks and tools. I think this made the MOC much more interesting. To wrap up my MOC review, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this and want to see more awesome how-to-build content, make sure to follow and subscribe for new, exciting content every week. See you next time.